When your kit is opened, you will see it contains two components: a vial containing powder covered by an orange plastic cap, and a pre-filled syringe with attached needle filled with liquid covered by a needle cover. The first step is going to be to open both components by removing the orange cap from the vial and removing the needle cover from the syringe by pulling it straight off as shown. The next step is going to be to mix the contents of both components and measure the appropriate dose. In order to mix the two components, you will insert the needle into the rubber stopper in the vial and inject the entire contents of the liquid into the vial. Then, without removing the needle and syringe from the vial, hold in your hand both the vial and syringe and shake gently to dissolve the powder. The powder does need to be completely dissolved, which means the liquid should be clear and free of particles. Once the powder is completely dissolved, hold the vial upside down above the syringe and gently pull down on the plunger to withdraw the liquid, all of the liquid, into the syringe. Once all of the liquid has been withdrawn into the syringe, we'll need to remove the air bubbles. In order to do this, tap your finger gently on the plunger to move the air bubbles up toward the top of the syringe. Then, depress the plunger just slightly, only enough to evacuate the air bubbles into the vial above. Once the air bubbles have been removed, we'll need to measure the appropriate dose. Continue to depress the plunger until all that remains in the syringe is the desired dose of either 1 or 0.5 mL. Once you've obtained the appropriate dose, withdraw the needle and syringe from the vial. It's time to inject. Remember, you'll be rolling the person on their side. Once you've done this, choose an injection site from the shaded areas in Figure H. Once you've identified an injection site, pinch a small amount of tissue at the site, like so, in between your fingers. Thank you. You will then insert the needle into the site and depress the plunger completely, injecting the entire dose. Once the dose has been administered, you will withdraw the needle and syringe from the site and press gently with your finger as shown in Figure J. Always remember to call 911 and dispose of your needle and syringe in an appropriate sharps container. Now that we've walked through the steps to an injection, let's see what an actual injection would look like. The first thing you would do is check the expiration date on your kit, as shown here on the label. Next, we'll open the kit and remove the contents. First, remove the orange plastic cap from the vial and withdraw the syringe by removing the needle cover, like so. Then, insert the needle into the rubber stopper in the vial, depress the plunger to inject the entire contents of liquid into the vial. Without removing the needle and syringe, shake gently in your hand to dissolve the powder. Once the liquid in the vial is clear and free of particles, hold the vial upside down above the syringe and withdraw the entire contents of the liquid into the syringe. Now, in order to remove the air bubbles, tap the plunger gently with your finger until the air bubbles move up to the top. Depress gently until the air bubbles have been evacuated into the vial above. Continue to depress the plunger until the desired dose has been measured at 0.5 or 1 mL. Then withdraw from the vial. Now, roll the person on their side and choose an injection site. Pinch a small amount of tissue at the injection site and insert the needle. Then, depress the plunger and inject the complete dose. Withdraw the needle and syringe and press down on the injection site with your finger. Always remember to call 911 and dispose of your needle and syringe in an appropriate sharps container. I hope I've helped to increase both your comfort and familiarity with your Glucagen Hypo Kit. But remember, practice is the best way to be prepared should an emergency arise. Review the steps until you're comfortable and practice injection by giving insulin shots. Be Be well.